Good morning. This video is for physics. Today we're going to introduce some ideas about work and energy, just the big ideas. We'll get down to a little bit of the details in a future video. And also directions for your first little mini video project. This one is not a big deal. We're trying to check the process so that when you guys have your replacement for your assessment, which will be a bigger deal, that you've got the process down. Okay. All right. So let's talk a little bit about work and energy. Okay. And first off, the big idea here, when we're talking about energy in physics, in the context of physics, is that scientists have classified lots of different types of energy. And the big idea is that for the universe, when one type of energy goes up, some other type of energy has to go down, or vice versa. When some type of energy goes down, some other type of energy has to go up, okay? It's not that anything is flowing around or anything like that. It's sort of like just we've got a bunch of blocks, okay? And if you take one block away from one type of energy, it's got to show up somewhere else. It can't just poof disappear, okay? Asterisk I should add to this is that there is this idea of energy mass equivalence. So energy could show up as mass and mass could show up as energy, but that's only in special circumstances when we're talking about nuclear physics. And just take that aside, okay? Don't worry about that when we're doing our stuff, okay? So one type of energy goes up, another type of energy goes down, okay? Now, how do we get changes in energy? Another big overarching idea is that the work equals change in energy. And this idea of work is not your layperson, your everyday definition of work. This means something very specific in physics, okay? So work will be force times a displacement, okay? So force times displacement. If we've got a force acting in the direction of the displacement, these two actually have to be parallel. We're not going to do too much of that with the distance learning, but just know that if there's a force in the direction that an object is being displaced, there is work being done. So work can equal changes in energy. Now, I said there's lots of different types of energy, and that for the universe, when one type goes up, the other type goes down. We're gonna more specifically, in a future lesson, learn about something called mechanical energy, okay, which will be made up for this class of kinetic and potential energy, which we'll define later, okay? I just wanna let you know where we're headed. And that will have more specific situations for where the amount of mechanical energy has to stay the same. Energy is conserved, yes. Okay, if you have talking about the universe, energy is conserved. Or an isolated closed system, energy is conserved. More specifically, sometimes mechanical energy is conserved, and that's where we'll be doing our problems and stuff like that. Talk about what it is and when it isn't. Okay. So for now, just be aware there's lots of different types of energy in the universe, and then when one type goes up, another type goes down. Your assignment is to learn about one type of energy. And here are some of your options. Okay, there are lots more, but here's just some samples in case you're like what am I looking for? Okay, so I just have a list here. Electric potential energy, chemical energy, sometimes called stored chemical energy, rotational kinetic energy, gravitational potential energy, elastic potential energy, throw another one in here, potential energy of a spring, kinetic energy, internal energy, also sometimes known as thermal energy. There are some examples of types of energy. Just you'd pick like one of those or another one, okay, that you want to learn about. Now I want to make it clear that you're not looking for stuff like coal, wind, solar, that kind of thing, okay? That not the layperson use of the word energy. So if you can't find an equation for what that type of energy equals, okay, that is relatively straightforward, like one line, not some giant thing, okay, you've picked something that's not going to work, okay? So you should have some equation to base your understanding off of. Remember, equations are shorthand for ideas, okay? So you're looking for something relatively straightforward, okay? And what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to share a video, okay, with me, okay, explaining what you learned for that type of energy. The video that you're gonna do, I would recommend that you would record with your phone if you have one. Okay, you can just kind of prop it up, put it between two books or something, you know, or lean it up against something, prop it up to record. because what we're doing here is we're doing a little bit of a prep for something where you're going to want a little bit higher quality video, if possible, than just pointing the camera of the laptop at you. But if that's the only camera you have, yeah, go ahead and use that, okay? But I think most of you, I've seen your phones in class, and they're going to be far better cameras than what you have on your laptop, okay? If it's any phone from the last 10 years, it'll probably outpace your laptop phone, your laptop camera. All right, and then what you should do is take that video file of you explaining it, the type of energy that you've picked, okay? And, you have to do a little research too, but don't spend, spend half an hour, learning about it, watch a couple videos on it, read a couple things on it, you don't have to get too in depth with this, okay? Just learn a little bit about one of those types of energy, or another one, again, as long as you can find a quick physics equation for it. Please use the equation to help in your explaining of it. That'll help make sure you get the right ideas. And then get the video off of your phone and into your computer, your iPad, or your tablet, or maybe still leave it on your phone. But the key is get that video file somewhere into a program where you can do some very basic edits. Now, if you have problems with this, let me know. We actually do have some software that is already on your laptops that can do some basic video editing. But for right now, I'm just going to leave it open-ended, and then as you guys email me, I'll give you some more details if you're having any problems with your process that you're doing, wherever that is. Okay, so get that video file off the device, okay, and into some video editing software. And then all I'm going to recommend that you do for this one is slap a title on it, okay? Just put some text somewhere in the video so I know that you can actually edit it. And then do at least one cut. Cut a little bit of something out of the video, okay? Also, the length of these videos, please keep them very, very short, okay? No more than 5 minutes, okay? And you're not being graded on how long you are. So if you send me a 1 minute video and I can tell that there was a quick cut in your video, meaning take a little bit of something out, and there's a title thrown on there, you're good for the points. I mean, if it's horribly wrong, I'll probably email you and be like, hey, here's what's going on, give me a paragraph re-explaining based on this information if you find like a bad source of information or something like that. But really, I want to make sure that you can do a quick edited video and then learn a little bit of something about one type of energy of your choosing, okay? Let's see here. This is due by the end of the day Monday. And I want to give you a warning. Don't do anything that says the word heat in it. So if you find some source that's talking about heat energy or something, no, okay? Just avoid that. Go to something else. Nothing with the word heat. That'll make more sense when we're doing our thermodynamics and fluid stuff. Okay, internal energy, thermal energy, that's fine. Heat energy is not a thing, okay? That's just complete nonsense. We'll talk more about that later. If you have questions about this, just shoot me an email and I'll reply back. And good luck with your quick video edit. If you run into technical problems, again, send me an email. But again, the idea here is to get the video off your phone or your device where you record it, or if it's still on your phone, that's fine, into a video editing thing where you can do a cut, take a little bit of the video out, and just throw some words on to the video somewhere, just so that I know for sure that you're able to do a quick little edit. Okay, this will get us ready for our more significant thing that we're going to do later. That's going to replace your assessments. I want to see that you have the process down. Oh, very important. How to turn it in. Do not email it to me. I will also put this on Twitter that you are not to email this to me. You're not attaching the file to the email, okay? What I'd like you to do is either upload it to your school Google Drive, share a link with me that way, okay, because you have unlimited storage on your school Google Drive. That way file size won't be an issue, because I do want the highest quality video you can turn in, okay? You could post it to YouTube, okay? You can set it to unlisted if you don't want other people to see it, and then send me a link, okay? That would work. You could try, I don't know how well this would work, but you could try like a Microsoft SharePoint kind of thing, and then send me a link to that, but don't. This is the case where I don't want you to try to attach the file to the email. Actually send me a link to where it's out on the internet, okay? So Google Drive would be a great way to do that if you're worried about anybody else seeing it. YouTube, you'd have to at least briefly make it unlisted so that I could see it, okay? And then you can make it private again if you want. Or you could try a Microsoft SharePoint or a Microsoft OneDrive type of thing as well. That's the one I'm the least familiar with if you run into problems on helping. So if you're having trouble getting it somewhere, I can more easily help you with the YouTube steps from various devices and getting it to your Google Drive from various devices as well. Okay, that was it.